Imagine handing over your entire financial life to artificial intelligence. No budgeting apps, no personal spreadsheets, just letting I decide where your money should go. Sounds crazy, right? Well, that's exactly what I did. For 30 days, I allowed I to take full control of my finances, from spending to saving and even investing. And today, I'm going to share exactly what happened, the good, the bad, and the surprising lessons I learned along the way. Before I get into the results, let's talk about how this experiment worked. I used iTools to track my income, monitor expenses, and suggest where I should cut back or invest. Basically, instead of relying on my own instincts, I allowed it to become my financial advisor. It analyzed patterns in my spending and gave me a complete breakdown of where my money was going. The idea was simple: could I help me manage my money better than I could myself? The first thing I did was brutally honest. I exposed all of my unnecessary spending. Every coffee run, random subscription, and impulsive online purchase was highlighted in red. Honestly, it was shocking to see how much money I wasted without even noticing. And here's the truth: sometimes we lie to ourselves about how good we are with money, but it doesn't sugarcoat anything. It gave me cold, hard numbers, and they were eye-opening. Once I pointed out my weak spots, it immediately created a personalized budget for me. This wasn't your typical spend less, save more advice. It adjusted percentages of my income, told me exactly how much to put into savings, and even suggested a weekly allowance for personal fun. What I loved was how flexible it was. If I spent a little extra one week, it adjusted the following week to keep me on track. It was like having a financial coach in my pocket 24/7. Then came the investing part. I suggested low-cost index funds, automated savings into them, and even warned me against risky moves I would have probably considered. The coolest part? It explained why behind each recommendation in simple terms. For once, investing didn't feel intimidating. It felt automatic and stress-free. In just 30 days, I realized that most of my hesitation about investing came from fear, not lack of opportunity. But let's be clear, it wasn't perfect. I doesn't understand emotions the way humans do. For example, one weekend I wanted to go out with friends, but the budget gave me zero flexibility. It didn't care that it was a special occasion. It just said, "You've already spent your fun budget." That was frustrating. Money isn't just numbers, it's also about lifestyle, joy, and sometimes making exceptions. And that's where I fell short. Another challenge was trust. At first, it felt weird letting a machine decide what to do with my money. I kept double-checking its recommendations, almost like I didn't fully believe it could be right. But over time, as I followed its plan, I started noticing real progress: more savings, less waste, and a sense of financial control. Slowly, I began to trust the process, and that trust was surprisingly freeing. By the end of the 30 days, I saved more than I usually do in 3 months. That's how powerful the system was. I didn't feel restricted. I felt empowered. The helped me cut back on wasteful spending and put that money into things that actually matter, like investments and long-term savings. For the first time, I felt like I was in charge of my future, even though technically, I was steering the wheel. Here's the biggest lesson: AI isn't here to replace you, it's here to guide you. Think of it as a powerful tool, like a calculator for your finances. It takes the guesswork out, but you're still the one making the decisions. The key is to combine its logic with your own values and priorities. That balance is what makes financial success sustainable. Blindly following AI won't work, but using it as a partner? That's game-changing. Would I recommend letting AI manage your money? Absolutely, but with caution. You should always double-check, stay educated, and remember that I can't understand your dreams the way you do. But if you struggle with budgeting, discipline, or consistency, AI can be a total game changer. It helps you get out of your own way and finally stick to a financial plan without overthinking every detail. The truth is, money management isn't about being perfect, it's about being consistent. And that's exactly what AI gave me: consistency. Every day, every week, it kept me on track without letting emotions take over. That's why I believe AI will become a massive part of personal finance in the future. It's not just a trend, it's the next step in financial evolution. So, what's next? I'm not letting AI take 100% control anymore, but I am keeping it as a permanent assistant in my financial life. I'll use it to track my progress, give me reminders, and adjust my goals. But at the end of the day, that decisions will still be mine. Because here's the truth: technology is powerful, but nothing is stronger than human intention combined with the right tools. This 30-day experiment showed me something I didn't expect: managing money can actually feel exciting when you have the right system. I removed the stress, the confusion, and the constant "am I doing this right?" Instead, it gave me clarity and direction. And with that clarity came motivation, a motivation to keep growing, saving, and investing without second-guessing myself every step of the way. If you're someone who struggles with money, who feels overwhelmed every month, or who just can't seem to build momentum, I highly recommend trying AI tools for your finances. Even if you don't follow them perfectly, the insights you'll gain are priceless. Remember, knowledge is power, and it gives you knowledge in real time. And with that knowledge, you can finally take control of your financial future. At the end of the day, money is about freedom, the freedom to live life on your own terms. AI helped me get one step closer to that freedom by cutting the noise, building consistency, and showing me that wealth is created through discipline and smart choices, not luck. So here is my challenge to you: don't just watch this video, take action. Explore AI tools, track your spending, automate your savings, and start today. Because the sooner you act, the sooner you'll build the financial life you've always dreamed of. The question is, are you ready to take control?